Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I'm Andy Signor to review Netflix's latest action film starring Jamie Foxx, Project Power. The film debuted, I guess this morning or late last night, but I watched it this afternoon, and I wanted to get straight to it to tell you guys whether you should see it or not. And I liked it. I did like it. Look, it's stupid. It's not perfect of a movie, but it's a perfect Netflix movie. I like this genre they're falling into with this action genre. That sort of Extraction did it well. The Old Guard was actually my least favorite of these. I wasn't a huge fan of The Old Guard, but I thought Extraction was great. Six Underground had potential. It was just a little too chaotic for me, but this and Extraction to me are now their two best, way over Bright as well. But I feel like they've been trying to really hit the landing on these action films, and Extraction did it the best so far, more seriously, but Project Power sort of takes it to a little bit sillier, more genre direction. The film, for those of you that don't know, stars Jamie Foxx. It also stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Dominique Fishback. Those are the main trio sort of in this film, and the premise revolves around this. It's very similar to the film Limitless, if you guys remember that with Bradley Cooper, which I actually really loved. I thought it was a great concept, but it's mixing, what if Limitless was a superhero movie and you could take a pill that would give you for 5 minutes a superpower, but you don't know what your superpower is until you take it. And oh, by the way, it's kind of addicting, and that's how they treat this in this universe. So this film takes place in New Orleans, and suddenly it starts with a sort of a dealer handing out pills to people to sort of pass out and for free, and it's like, what's going on? And then the plot unfolds, and then it fast forwards, and we realize that suddenly now a lot of people have been starting to show crazy symptoms of superhero powers or supervillain powers, or just explode. That's sort of the premise of the movie. You don't know what your power is, so you might be good, you might be bad, you might die. That's sort of the fun of the movie. And so I liked the concept. You have 5 minutes once you sort of turn the capsule and then swallow it to sort of take advantage, and then it unleashes your inner mutagen, you become an X-Men. And so again, the powers range from fire powers to someone has ice to someone is bulletproof, various powers that they do reveal sort of comes from animals. It's the genetic, animal impulse is sort of what they sort of imply is what's happening. So this idea of a world where what if, and this is nothing new, but what about if humans could reach their full potential? Very similar to what Limitless did, but instead of superpowers, it was just your brain at the full potential. I got to say, I liked Limitless more as a film, but this one definitely takes it to sort of a more action place. For Netflix, it was good. Jamie Foxx is great. I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I like Dominique Fishback. It's a good. They were a good trio, and it feels like a '90s action film. That was really what appealed to me. The film sort of he's a local. I guess I gotta be careful what I say here. So Dominique Fishback is like a teenage dealer. She's in school trying to make ends meet. Her mom's sick. She has diabetes. They can't pay the insurance. So she's out there dealing this pill with her friend, I forget his name, Newt, who you meet right away. And so she's out there trying to do it, and then she teams up, she meets up rather with this local cop played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt's just trying to get the pills off the street because he realizes that it's overtaken the city, and the idea of Joseph Gordon-Levitt is, well, what if I take it to fight them back? That's all you get in the middle. And then we have this mysterious figure, Jamie Foxx, shows up, and the whole question is, well, why is he there? Is he good? Is he bad? What's going on? And that's the premise of the movie. Some of these people try to take down and figure out where the source of the power is coming from, is what they call it, the power. What will your power be, to try and find it? So look, they're not doing anything new. It's a clever premise based off of a Limitless idea of, take a pill, it'll give you something fancy. It's not that new. At the same time, it's high enough concept, and it's shot well and fast paced that I was entertained. Kept me going. It's a fun adventure ride that I would recommend you checking out because you probably have Netflix, and this is a perfect night out the movies to just sit back and enjoy. Would I have loved this as the best of the year? No. my quality filter's probably a little low given the state of the world we live in. But good news, more is coming. Bill and Ted, Unhinged. I'm excited to review those soon, so stay tuned. Lots more reviews are actually coming soon, so get ready. Movies are back, baby. So this is sort of one big last hurrah for Netflix to get this out this weekend. And like I said, I recommend it. And the interesting thing about it as I wrap up my review here, it's directed by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman, who did Catfish. I don't know if you guys saw Catfish. There's a Catfish MTV show, which I actually didn't watch, which sort of ruins what the movie was. But there was a movie that was sort of a Blair Witch style movie that came out way back in the day. What year was that? It was 2000 something. But anyway, it was a crazy movie because it's hard to, I don't want to spoil it, but this was before people knew what catfishing was. And so it's like this movie done like Paranormal Activity, which those two have now directed, I think, part 3 and part 4 of Paranormal Activity. They also did Nerve, starring James Franco. But that first Catfish movie, which was 2010, here, I'm going to open it up because it's bonkers. I definitely advise checking out Catfish. Here it is, Catfish on, I don't know where you can see it these days. You can rent it at Prime, it looks like. But this idea of there's filming this guy who falls in love with this woman online, and they doubt she is who she says she is, which is the whole idea of the catfishing. And so he starts this relationship talking on the phone with her, but then you quickly realize, well, wait, it's not who he thinks it is. And so it turns into this mystery thriller horror movie halfway through where they film themselves going to meet her. And I genuinely think that they staged the beginning of the movie and then stumble upon what actually happened, and it just was like, what? It's crazy. It's a crazy documentary that I remember vividly that I do think is worth checking out. But you know, check it out because that's what then launched the MTV show, and now they're doing a lot of these sort of found footage horror movies. So good for them. Now they're into this big budget territory with Project Power being their biggest budget by far, starring Jamie Foxx for Netflix. So good on them. They didn't write it. This was written by who did write this? Sorry, I thought I had it here. This was written. The movie was written by Project Power by Madison Tomlin, who did nothing else. Oh, he wrote the Batman. Well, there you go. He wrote on the Batman? Huh. Yeah. And, wow, that's not Solomon. He wrote a Solomon Grundy script. Is that a short, like a fan film from 2016-12? Weird. Never heard of this guy. He's also working on Mega Man with the two directors. There's apparently a Mega Man adaptation going on. Wow, the more you learn. That could go either way, huh, guys? But anyway, Project Power, that's what we're talking about here. Project Power, I think it's fine. It's a fun 90s style, genre specific. What if you could get superpowers? Oh, cool. Let's go try and solve the problem. Movie. And I enjoy those types of movies. Could it have been better? Absolutely. Could it have been bigger and crazier with a more clever thing I haven't seen before? Sure. But the premise was fun enough to engage me for a Netflix, whatever it was, hour and 45 minutes. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think down below. What superpower would you want? 2 questions. Would you take the pill if you know it was going to give you a superpower? And what superpower would you want? That's easier because everyone wants to fly, right? Do you want to just fly? No, I guess stop time, live forever. What would you pick? What X-Men power would you pick? How about that? Tell me down below. Thanks so much for watching. More coming, reviews, etc. So be sure to subscribe. Yeah, right here. Gotta get used to pushing the hand there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Peace. Be excellent to each other. I can't wait. Bill and Ted 3 is coming.